I'm just looking at the camera if it stops shaking. Hi, my name is Dobby, covered in floss, here on YouTube, and unapologetically Dobby on Instagram. You have just found my channel about cross stitch and cats. This is Peppa, and yeah, if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're a new one, welcome. I do hope that you're going to like what you see. I feel a bit rusty. After my last video, I was hoping that I will be able to come back a bit faster. However, life happened as always. I think that I shouldn't be allowed to say anything about any of my plans aloud, because then everything is going to go to crap. So yeah, at the moment there are no plans, just vibes. So yeah, this is my channel about cross stitch, and I'm going to tell you what was happening in almost last 2 months that you haven't seen me. So have I told it yet? No, I don't think so. So today is Saturday, the 23rd of August. I was hoping for a bit better lighting here, but we have a massive overcast. But on the other hand, I'm not complaining, because at least it's not that hot, so this is good. Yeah, so let's start. Chaos. Basically, as you can see, this is chaos, and it's just like I have my notes here, I have plans, I have things in my head that I really want to kind of talk about and so on, but my brain kind of has different plans. So let's see how it goes. So a few words about myself if you're new here. So as I said, my name is Dobby, and yeah, this is almost my real name. I am Polish. I live in Germany. I'm 42 years old. I live here with my boyfriend and our 2 cats. Cats. It's coldish, so I have a blanket over my lap, so I think that we're going to have a fresh batch of biscuits from this lady. Yes. Hello. So this is Peppa. Pepsi. Look there. This is Peppa. She is my soul cat. She is a total Velcro cat. As you can see, she's basically attached to me like about 14 hours a day at least. I work mostly from home, so we work together, we stitch together. She loves the threads and so on, so she loves my hobby. Yes, lie down, baby. She's going to be sitting here and purring, so, but she loves, just like when she's trying to get her place, she just like loves sitting on my arm and just doing some strange stuff. If you're a cat behavioralist, can you tell me what it means? I think that she's just like, she's claiming me as hers, but who the heck knows? And she's drooling over me, so that's going to be fun. So yeah, I live with my boyfriend and our 2 cats. We live in Bavaria, very close to Munich, and basically I have to tell you that this is totally my place in the world. I absolutely love it. I love the country, I love the people. I don't love the language, because the language doesn't love me. It's just like, I have no idea what kind of torture somebody had in mind when they were thinking about German as language. but oh well. I speak German enough to be able to survive in like everyday life, to go to the doctor, to deal with some kind of official things and so on. So yeah, and in my work day I work 100% in English, so this is not a problem. However, the only problem is that I would like to be able to speak German a bit better, because as much as I do not have problems with like everyday life and so on, I have issues with casual conversations. So it's just like this is where the problem appears, because I like talking. I talk a lot. Okay, we're just like, we have been abandoned a bit. This is a princess and her carriage. I bought myself like a serving trolley for my stitches stuff, so I can just like move that in between rooms. However, the top level has been claimed by this lady, and basically she loves sleeping here. And if there is my project inside or something, it's even better, because she can just like plop on that. So yeah, it's just like, this is the casual conversations that I have issues with, because I talk a lot, I talk pretty fast. So when I want to do the same in German and I'm kind of losing words and so on, it distracts me and makes me super frustrated. But oh well, maybe one day. So yeah, you're going to be sleeping now. Okay, yes, so you will have a tiny cat head here in the corner. I don't know if you can hear the purring, because it's happening. She's just like, her engine is running, definitely. But yeah, so I was just rambling for 7 minutes about lots of stuff that didn't have anything to do with my stitching. So let's get to stitching. Sorry about that. This is me, and it's just like, I don't think that I'm going to edit it out, because yeah, this is me, this is life. You take it as it is. I hope you like it. If you don't, I'm so sorry. I cannot be everyone's cup of tea. This is something that I'm learning in life. So yeah, what was happening since the last time you saw me? A lot was happening. So last time I was telling you that I had a bit of a like stitchy bug was missing in action. It is fully back for sure, so that's good. And I had actually 4 finishes that I'm very proud of. Some of them were long overdue, but we're done. So let me start with that. As you can see, here's like a pile of things, because I was just like, okay, I'm sitting down, I'm going to record, and I'm not organizing anything, because if I try to organize stuff, something is going to happen, because I already started filming that like 4 times, I think, and I was super prepared with notes, everything and so on, but then something was just going very wrong, and I needed to just like finish after like a minute, 3 minutes and so on. So there was Corona in July, where I was just like completely out. Then there were some issues that I lost my voice, for example. So yeah, so I'm here, disorganized as hell, but I have my notes. So let me just like open my first folder. And again, I think that I was just like showing that the last time. So I bought myself on, I think it was on Amazon, these folders. They're just like plastic folders, and you can put them in the binder, and I have my small projects in that. So basically I have my fabric, my threads in that and so on. So, and it goes into the binder, so it's very easy to organize things. So it's just like, if you are looking for an easy and cheap storage organizing solution, I can really recommend. Hello, You back? Okay. So yeah, we have company again. Her sister is doing something at the moment, so let's see for how long we're going to have company. If she's going to go and check. Lots of cat today, for sure. So, talking about cats, my first finish that I am super proud of. This is actually this tiny Fluff's sister. So I had custom portraits created by Amazing Meldum from Lothian Art, and I finished Peppa last year, and this year that was her sister's turn. So I'm not going to show you where you saw it the last time because we are done. So nothing is ironed yet and so on, because I will be ironing that before I take it to the framers. So here we are, and this is my baby. This is Millie. She's a lovely calico, and just look at this face. Okay, and the Miss Jealousy is coming here. She's just like that, sniffing on her sister's portrait. So this is Millie, and I started that somewhere last year. So this is one of the things, talking about plans and not doing plans. I will talk about that a bit later, but I'm not paying so much attention to dates and so on. I noted down, however, it's not that important. The most important thing is that it's finally finished. And this one was stitched on 18 count Ada 2/1 with the mix of DMC and CXC threads. So finish number 1. Hello, yes, the other one is here as well. Good, so stuff is happening. Hello, hi. Finish number 2. So this is also something, it is not finished as a pattern calls for it, because I skipped some of the back stitching. Don't get on that, okay? Oh, the other one is here. Hello. Okay, they are usually sleeping at this time, so I don't know what is happening now, but apparently me talking and doing something and moving stuff got them a bit interested. So yeah. So the second finish is Frog, and this is Hoops and Crosses UK, and it has been based on Katie Abbey art, and this is the frog. So I have no idea what the hub is fucking. So I love the sentiment. It very well reflects what I feel about this year. So it's very much a perfect thing to have, and to have it finished. So I'm very happy. I'm going to frame this one myself, and I think that I finally saw, I was in the shops like this week, and I think that I saw a frame that is going to be like a perfect. However, I totally forgot to measure everything to know the exact dimensions, so I will need to check that again, but at least I know where to find the frame. Hello, Pussy. Now, finish number 3, and this is something that I stitched for a friend who is obsessed with the world of Warcraft. I have no idea about WoW, so I'm not going to give you like more details about that, what it means and so on. But the pattern is called Alliance, and it has been created by Macaronka Stitch on Etsy, and I love it. So it's just like a tiny thing. I hope that he's going to like it. And this one has been stitched on a 22 count sulta. So this is a hardanger fabric, and it's been stitched 1/1 with CXC threads. So yeah, if you watched my previous videos, you saw that it's just like maybe the setup changed a bit. That's why I'm just like reaching to you like that, because unfortunately I got myself like a tiny filing cabinet for all my fabrics and so on. It's here, so my sofa is a bit further away from the window, and normally my gooseneck stand that I have my phone on, that I film on, was attached to the windowsill. Now I need to attach it to my desk. So yeah, that's why it's just like it's a bit different, and I think that I'm going to use that as a thumbnail because this is just like perfect. So yeah, watch this space. So that was my finish number 3 and finish number 4. So this is Toujours by the Boho Stitcher. It's a French sentence saying basically same shit every day. And I think that I stitched that for a friend who's French, and I think that she's going to like it. For a moment I was questioning my fabric choices, because like the colors and so on, it's not her palette like 100%, but after I am done with that, I'm just like so in love, and I think that she's going to love that too. It's on the opalescent fabric from Sparklies. I had it ages ago as a fabric of the month, and yeah, I'm just like slowly using that. Completely do not remember the color of the thread though. Okay, so these were my 4 finishes. I'm just going to pack them together now to one of the folders, so nobody is walking over them, nobody, yes, so they don't get even more cat hair than they already have. So trying to fold them somehow and pack them to one of the folders so I can just like get them together in one place and take them out once we are ready. Hello. Once we are ready to frame. Okay, so we have Millie now. So this is Millie. You saw her portrait. Now you can see the cat. She's the shy one. Come, baby. Come. Come. Just try to show her to you. She doesn't like being held or cuddled and so on, but sometimes she allows that. So look at that. No, she's not looking. She's going. Bye-bye. Okay, so these were our finishes. I'm just going to put them on the trolley before the trolley troll is sitting on that. Yes, my baby will squish her. Have you heard the term cute aggression? So just like something is so cute that you want to squish it, and this is the source of my cute aggression. And I always considered myself a dog person. These two totally converted me, and they are a total mystery for me still, because I smell what they eat. I smell what they poop. I smell their breaths. This all smells no good. And then they use these tiny faces and these tiny tongues in there to clean themselves. So you would think that they would be smelly as well. But when you smell her here, she smells like caramel. Last time I grabbed her and her side smelled like watermelon. Just like, what kind of magic is that? This is just like something that I cannot understand. This is definitely magic. Cats are magic, and so on. Hello, you're back. Yes, we're back. So yeah, that was about finishes and a bit of cat trivia, if you can say so. Other things that I was working on. So basically I was working a lot, and if you watched my videos from the beginning, you probably think of me as a full coverage stitcher. Something switched. I basically have massive issues with touching any of my full coverage pieces. It's just like, it doesn't tickle my brain in a way that I would like that to tickle my brain. So we're not touching that. Okay, and now the question is, where is my tablet? Because I definitely brought it, so I would be able to show you pictures. Okay, I can feel that, as you can see. Just like the blanket on me is not helping, but it's a bit cold. It's a bit cold, and I hate wearing socks, so my feet are cold. So it's just like, I need a blanket. I need a blanket. Okay, so what I was stitching on. So I had a few new starts. After all these finishes, I decided that I deserve new starts, and one of them actually was a full coverage. So I'm just going to show you. The thing is that I love it. I really love it. However, it's just like, it doesn't call to me so much. So let's see how it goes. At the moment, what are you going to see? You're going to see a lot of black, because this is what we managed to do before. So let me just show you. And this one is called Goddess, and the art is here. Yes, you can scratch your face on that. Tammy L. Gross, and it has been charted by Stitches So Beautiful. She is absolutely beautiful. And when I saw it, I just needed to buy that straight away and start it. So since I needed to start it, I actually grabbed a piece of 28 count that I had lying around, 28 count easy guide, and I cannot do 25. 25 annoys me. I don't know what is different about 28, because suddenly it started working. So this is where we are. It doesn't look like a lot. It's not a lot. Hello. Hi. We're sniffing. Yes, it's like a 0.63%. So a lot in front of us, but something is happening. Hi. Hi, my baby. So let me just like pack it back to the bag. One of the gorgeous bags that I got from Diane. I will put the link to Diane's Etsy in the description, so you can check her bags. I love them. I absolutely love them. They are just like sturdy. They fit perfectly like into the Kallax bookshelf, so you can just like put them next to each other. So I like them really for my bigger projects, for my full coverage projects and so on. So I have them here. For smaller ones at the moment, I switched to these folders, and they also work. So that was start number one. Start number two. So this is something that I think that I told you about that ages ago, that I was very much targeted by the ad at the time. It was for a magazine, The Gift of Stitching, that I think that they were just like closing. It was the end sale and so on. And for like all issues, I think that there were 70 issues, so it's about 3,000 pages of like stitching magazine. It was less than 30 euros, so finally I just like caved in and got it, and it was the best decision ever, because they have so many really beautiful patterns that probably for 2 of these patterns I would have already my money back. So that was a really good investment. And I recently chose like a few patterns that I would like to stitch in the future, and 2 of the patterns have actually been started. So let me just show you this one. We have a cover page. Hello baby. Cover page here, so it's going to be easier. So this is a double Dutch sampler by Diane Jordan of Sampler Cove Designs, and this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I was eyeing that forever, and I was just like, okay, I really want to stitch it. I really want to stitch it. And finally I was watching Thread Gremlins, and Caroline is stitching a Dutch sampler, so I was just like, okay, this is my sign, I need that. So I started that, and basically I stitched like 4 days on it, and this pattern flows. This is one of my favorite things about some patterns. I think that especially with samplers recently, that I find them really flowing. That's why it's just like I am more into that, because I do not need to refer to the pattern so much, because it's just like they just make sense. So in 4 days I almost had the page finish. So as you can see, here it is. I really hope that it is showing correctly. I did my color conversion because I decided that this is like a perfect, no, don't get interested in the thread now. It's like a perfect opportunity to use some of the hand-dyed, over-dyed threads that I have. I have a subscription from Tom and Lily Creations. I'm also going to link them down below. So yeah, this is how she likes stitching. She likes the hanging threads, and she loves just chasing them. So I have a subscription of the thread of the month. Oh my god, I really hope that you can see it. Baby, no. Maybe I should use that as a thumbnail. Pepsini, hi. Yeah, so this is my life. This is my life, stitching and cats. So yeah, I decided to use the threads from Melanie. I'm just going to show you them. Let me just close this one. I will show you the threads. So the colorway is the same as in the original pattern, but as I'm using overdyed, so it's adding a bit of variegation. So as you can see here, I have this one. It's like the cerulean, if I pronounce it correctly, and we have garnet here. And for like this yellowish one, I chose another thread. This is a thread that I got from Extra Designs when I was getting her fabric of the month. This one doesn't have a name, and I hope that it's going to be enough. If not, I will improvise. But I absolutely love it, and it's just like stitching with full coverage stitches. I love my pattern keeper, but with these ones, when I started stitching from the paper again, it's so freeing. it's just like so freeing. I can just like grab the folder, I have it, I can just like go and stitch. So that was that. Stay. And the next one that I have from the Gift of Stitching magazine, and I also started this one, again inspired by Thread Gremlins, but this time inspired in a colorway. So they were talking about like yellow mustards with how good they look with blues. And I had a piece of Murano in a color mustard, and I was just like, okay, I exactly know what I want on that. And I chose another pattern from the magazine. It's called The Deer and the Hunter. The pattern was created by Virginie Likens and Laura Martin. I hope that I say the names correctly. And this is what it's going to be in the end. So it's just like, it's a very, very simple pattern. And if you look at that, it's just like it has been stitched on some kind of linen, even with one strand only, and it has a very, very like primitive look, and I absolutely love it. But for my I decided to go with another thread. So this is the fabric. This is one of my favorite colors in the world in general, and I decided to use this thread. It's called Canard from Tom and Lily Creations, and it goes perfectly. It's blinding. It's blinding when I stitch on that, and when I use my stitchy lamp with bright light. Whoo! That gets you in the eye, and I absolutely love it. And I really, really cannot wait to have it finished, because as you can see at the moment, I added like a bit of, this is stick and peel wallpaper that I really wanted, because I am creating a kind of dopamine decor corner for myself. And this is like the beginning, so I want to have stuff in bright colors in there. I want to have stuff that it just like gives me dopamine, that makes me happy in here. So this is definitely one of the things that is going to go on the wall for sure. So that was the third and the last one of the new starts. So with the other ones, you saw that before, so I'm going to be trying to position myself so you have a before and now picture. So the first one, this is something that I'm stitching. It's a kind of a secret stitch for my boyfriend, and this is Country Magic Stitch Visit Dagobah. Let me just show you the picture, what it's going to look like when it's done. Okay, let me just move things on my tablet so you can see it better. So this is Visit Dagobah. My boyfriend is a Star Wars fan, so this is like a perfect thing with these posters and so on. And some time ago, I showed him the Country Magic Stitch Etsy and told him to choose his favorites, and now I'm just like stitching that. He completely doesn't remember that we even had this conversation, so it just like doesn't matter. So he definitely doesn't know what I'm stitching, even though we already have the writing, but he doesn't see that. So this is where I am at now. So I hope that I will manage to put the comparison, so the before here and now here. So at the moment, I think that I crossed 50%. Let me just quickly check. I am now at 52-54%. So it's really, this is another pattern that is flowing. I know that there is like a lot of block stitching, and for me it's one of my ABC projects, so always bring cross stitch, because basically I can just like take one thread, one color of thread, just drop it to the bag, and I have everything I need. I don't even need to consult the pattern so often, because I very often just like see where everything goes. So this is that, and I really hope that I'm going to have it finished before Christmas, so he can get it as his Christmas gift. Hello, you back? Come. Apparently I'm a catwalk. Yes. And there are biscuits being delivered. I need this hand. I will need it, baby. I will need it, yes. You can just lie down. You can lie down. The next one, and I just saw a bag a second ago where I have it. So it's a kind of continuation, but it's also a new start because it's been a restart. You saw that before. Can we not? Hello. Now we're holding poses. Come here. Yeah. Come plop. Come plop, baby. No. Don't walk on this. Don't walk on. Thank you. You brought the pattern with you. What a good baby you are. So you saw that before because I already stitched a lot from the series. I think that this is my 4th piece. So this is Witches and Demons, a woodcut by Night Spirit Studio. I did a few before, and I did them on the same fabric, but I did them with 2/2 on 32 count, and now I switched to thank you. So my neighbor, and he's just like tiny farty motorbike. So this time I switched to 1/2 on 32 count, and I absolutely love the look. It just like it is perfect for this kind of like primitive stitching. Hello, yes, you're going to be showing that. Yes. Hello. You're my tiny demon. Yes, come. So yeah. Oh my god, she's so clingy today. She's clingy always, but usually when I'm filming, she's just plopping. No, yes, there is a thread, but we are not interested in that. Oh my god, this cat. I love you so much, and I'm going to squish you. So this is where I am at, and basically this is a new start, and this is a posy that is coming here. No, enough. Thank you very much. Thank you. She was doing her own presentation. And the last one is something that I am... Last one? No, not the last one. Penultimate. Yes, because there is another one. So this is one that I am the most proud of, and that was my unicorn pattern, and the amazing Alison, the Stitching Whippet on Instagram, lent me her pattern so I could stitch that, and we are going to see each other during the Essex Needle Retreat in a month. There is just like a month and 3 days, I think, and I was just so excited. I just cannot wait. And my plan is to have as much done as possible and just like leave 1 or 2 stitches that I can finish during the retreat, so I can have Alison witness my my last stitches and that. So it's just like, it's kind of in my head, it's a full circle here. So this is the Nightmare by Courtney collection, and this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Oh, you know what? I'm just also going to show you that here. So a bit less of editing for me, because with my luck, it's just like something is going to go wrong. Poo-poo. No. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm obsessed. And I am stitching that on a 28 count Kiss from a Rose by Kaylee Ten Stitch, thesewingshop.ca, with CXC 29. So this is where it was when you saw it the last time. Here I cannot do the comparison, unfortunately, because it's massive. And this is where we are now. I love it. I absolutely love it. It looks so, so good. I cannot wait to have it finished and just have it somewhere that I can look at it all the time, because it's just like the colors and the pattern, it's just like mind-blowing for me. I love it. I absolutely, absolutely love it. And I did a few full coverage pieces that I love, but I think that for now, when done, this is going to be one of my proudest stitchy achievements. So it goes to this small bag that I have here. And now, the last one, last but not least. So this is something that was my fixation, my stitchy hyper fixation for last couple of days now. It's almost a week at the moment. So this is my absolutely favorite designer, Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery and House of Hearts. So House of Hearts, when finished, is going to look like that. And I am stitching that on the 32 count Murano terracotta, and I am stitching that with floss that I dyed myself. So it's a speckled floss. I used like a white cotton thread, and I just did some speckles on that. So let me just show you on the back here, so you will see the floss first. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's a kind of variegated, but you don't need to worry about the variegation, how you want to go and so on. So here we can just do the comparison. So this is where it was when you saw it last time. I think the last time was in March when I stitched on that. And here is where I am now. We have a hoop mark here very intensely. I'm just going to try to get it here. I just stitched on that a minute before I started filming, but then I was just like, okay, I need to stop stitching and just get to filming, so I can just show you something, because if I don't do it now, I will probably don't do it for a very long time again. So with this one at the moment, I am at, I think, about 15%, kind of. Oh, 18%, even better. And I'm definitely going to continue to stitch on that today still. So yeah, I love it. And this thread color looks just like perfectly on that. And this is exactly the colorway that I wanted to achieve. That's why I'm so proud of that. Yeah, I am not thinking of myself as like the most creative person in terms of just like color changes and so on. There are so many amazing people on Flosstube, on Instagram, that I just like they are mind-blowing with what they can do with floss and so on. So yeah, I'm not one of them, so if I manage to do something that I really like the colors of, I'm double proud. And now a super tiny stash acquisition, because I'm very happy about that and I just wanted to show you. And this is another of the Thread Gremlins influence on me, because Amy was stitching on the Moonglow by Nora Corbett. If you watched me before, you know that I have just like a bit of like ambiguous relationship with fancy ladies, but this one is just like I am in love with her. But let me just take her out. It took me a bit of searching to find her, because it wasn't available in Germany. I could get it from Italy, but it was expensive, plus with shipping, of course, it's just like more expensive. So I knew that I was going to be visiting my parents in the UK, so I put like the notify me request on Arts and Designs, and it arrived just before I was to go to my parents, so that was a perfect timing. So this is her, and I absolutely love her, and I think that I'm going to stitch her on the same fabric that I have my Nightmare on, because I think that all these beautiful like lacy and embossed motifs that we have here are going to look amazing on this color. And then another from the stash expansion things, it's just like in Germany, unfortunately, cross stitch is not, I think, that popular as it is, for example, in the US or in the UK. So it's very rare that I can find something, let's say, on Facebook Marketplace or on Etsy, whatever, and Etsy, sorry, on eBay. But I found this one on eBay, and I was super lucky, because the lady was who was selling that, she actually lives in the town where my mother-in-law lives, so she just like went and picked it up for me. So that was fantastic. And this is Little House Needleworks, and this is Strawberry House, and it just like when I saw it, I totally fell in love with that, and basically I needed to have it, and it's so cute. And recently I just like, when I started to stitch more with the hand-dyed threads, I also started looking more into fancy floss. So I'm definitely going to get the proper floss for this one, because this ladybug that is used for the house is just gorgeous. So yeah, that was that in terms of my stitching and my like future things that are going to be stitched. Now so as I said before, it's just like I don't want to make any plans at any point, because it's not working. My brain needs changes sometimes, and I don't know what the changes are going to be and what is going to be changed and so on. So I'm just like living as it is. It's just like, okay, let's go by the vibe. But there are just like two things that I would like to implement more in my life. So number one, that would be more stitching from paper, because as I said, it's just like, it's kind of freeing when I don't need to worry about my tablet. I don't need to drag my tablet. It's just like taking one bag when there is like floss and there is my paper pattern and my fabric, and I can just like go and stitch, and that's it. So this is like the general idea. And number two, and I think that it's going to start, let's see if that's going to start from January, or if I'm going to start that after the retreat, because of course after the retreat, not before the retreat. I want to stitch more from stash, and I would like to do like an experiment and do not buy anything stitchy related for 12 months. So it's a huge challenge, I think, because I started realizing that for example, now I'm not stitching so much on the full coverage, but if I look into my Google Drive or my Dropbox, it's mostly full coverage patterns that I spent lots of money on, and I don't feel like stitching them. So it's just like, yeah. So if I do not have like the immediate need to start something, I don't want to buy that. And I definitely have enough things to last me for at least 12 months, maybe even 12 times 12 months. But we're starting with the 12 months first. Let's see how's that going to go. So this is the plan. And as I was mentioning, like all the amazing creative people that I know from Flosstube, and I started noticing them and so on, I have a list of Flosstubers that I discovered recently, and I was binging wherever possible. If they are new, I was just like swallowing their content whole. Some of them are new, some of them are new for me, so I'm just going to tell you about them. So in no particular order, first we have Laura, Butterfly Stitches, Cotton and Clay UK. Oh my god, I binged her entire channel, I think in like 2 days. Absolutely love her. She has just like amazing energy, amazing projects, and she feels homely. She's just like, you want her to be your friend, and she's normal. She is a regular person that you want to hang out with. So yeah, Laura, if you ever go to any retreat, let me know. I will try to get them. Then we have another person who is like a safe space for me. This is Jason Cross Stitches. I have no idea why I didn't come across Jason before. YouTube, do better with your suggestions and so on. In love, also binging like crazy. Jason has this kind of, I would say, healing aura around him. And just like something just feels better about myself when I watch him. Just, I feel good. Next one is Kitty the Selkie Stitcher. Pretty new. Oh god. Again, swallowed their whole content straight away because I just couldn't stop. You need to really give Kitty a follow. Another person that I could like definitely hang out with, totally. The next person, and this is just like, I felt so validated, is Tanya, Multiple Lanes Creative Brain. This is exactly how I feel about my creativity and so on. multiple lanes. Some of them parallel, some of them are just like crossing each other. And this is what Tanya is, and this is the best way how to just like describe everything. She is a pretty fresh stitcher, and her projects are amazing. So just like go and check her out. Another fresh stitcher, not necessarily just like a very fresh Flosstuber, is Emma from Rose Cottage Creates. She was doing embroidery more, and she started cross stitch quite recently. And something that completely blew my mind, she did her first cross stitch project on 32 count, I think. So yeah, this girl likes a challenge. This girl definitely likes a challenge. Go give her a follow. Then we have another channel with such a bingeable content that I just cannot. Mac, Stitching with Mac. Super cool vibe, super easygoing, fantastic projects, fantastic person. Love her. And now we have a very, very demanding cat because she brought her toy, and the toy needs to be thrown straight away so she can just fetch it. So she's just going to be throwing that around now, so to get my attention. Nosy. Boop, thank you. I will finish in a moment, okay? And then we will play. So I need to speed up. The next one is Eli Thick Threads. Such a good soul. I really, really like to have Eli's videos playing in the background when I do something. His voice is just like very, very soothing, and I love his projects, so this is so cool. Who am I? Okay, so we have rather fresh people here. We have Bethany, Ducks and Crosses. I need to just like, get in touch with Bethany more because she lives in Bedfordshire where my parents lives as well. So maybe next time when I'm visiting, we can just like have a stitchy date or something. So that would be cool. Bethany, hi. Then we have Leslie, a nurse and her needle. You can find her under Leslie Jackson, but the handle is showing a nurse and her needle. I'm going to just like put everyone, link everyone down below. And Leslie has such amazing projects. This is another enabling channel that I shouldn't be watching, but I cannot stop watching. So yeah, my challenge for not buying new things for 12 months might be even more challenging if I keep watching them. So yeah, but let's hope for a lot of new content. And the super, super fresh is my gorgeous Faith X Stitch. I feel that I have known Faith for forever. We've been Instagram friends for a very long time. We almost met in person last year for the Stitch Puzzle. It didn't work out because I had my holidays planned for then and so on, but it's definitely happening in the future. Go and give Faith a follow. Amazing projects and amazing person. I love her so much. So yeah, I think that's it. There's a demanding cat that needs me to throw her toy. I'm not telling you when I'm going to be back. There are some plans in my head, but I'm not mentioning that because we know how it works. So thank you so much for surviving an hour of my rambling mostly, and some of my projects, and a cat, and another cat. So yeah, I'm just going to take care of the cat needs now, throw the toy, and get back to stitching. So thank you so much for your time. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, smash this like bell button, whatever it's called, share with your friends if you want, or don't do any of that. I'm also fine with it. So thank you. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, and happy stitching. Until the next time, bye bye.